So, what's up, vlog? Hope we're doing well. Look at us. Look at us. This is not Las Vegas. And you might be like, Chad, what the hell are you about to do? You're outside. You have Oakleys on. You have this Nike hat on. Like, what's going on here? You got these. What the hell's going on here? I'm getting into running. Welcome to the vlog. So, we're in Cape May, New Jersey for a Biddle family vacation. So Caroline's family comes to Cape May once a year, every year, for a little beach vacation. And they decided to bring me along, the little Filipino-American dude. So, first time here. So far, it looks beautiful. But this is my first time even getting out and exploring because we just got in last night. So, I'm wondering also, what the hell got you into running? Well, you guys saw my last video on me taking a step back from bodybuilding. I decided to get my health in a real check. And one of those things that I challenged myself to do was to get into running. And as a byproduct, guys, I'm just a month into this new little journey, and I'm feeling incredible. Absolutely incredible. Energy, clarity, everything. Feeling on top of the world right now. Headphone just dropped out. Hold on. Whew. So, I'm feeling on top of the world, genuinely. And life, there's the health, night and day difference than where I was just 2 months ago. And running has definitely been one of those things that's made that change, and I'm enjoying it so much, guys. So much, guys. So today, 20-minute recovery run at a light, comfortable pace, which for me is around 9:30, which the Nike Run Club app on my Apple Watch has told me is my current pace. So Nike Run Club app is training me for a 5K on July 4th. Currently about 4 weeks out from that as we speak. Feeling like I'm gonna be prepared. Feeling like I'm gonna be ready. It's an awesome journey, guys. Definitely recommend this app. But bringing you guys along for this new journey, seeing what I learned, seeing what I can accomplish. Because to me, that's what my personal health and fitness is all about right now. Seeing what I can accomplish. And that is it. I don't know if you can see that. 20 minutes, 2.4 miles, 8:21 pace. Step cadence 162, heart rate 163, calories 315 burned. We're feeling good. I will say that I'm either making good progress from what my normal recovery run pace is, or it's easier to run here because usually my recovery run pace is about 9 minutes, 9:30, as I was saying, and I ended up at an 8:20 pace. Even after my first mile, it said my average pace was 9:20, and I guess I picked it up the second mile and felt really good. I've found that's typically what happens in my runs is after the first mile, I kind of hit a flow, and I'm in that I don't even know what to call it. I think you can call it runner's high, but I'm really in the zone. I'm really in a good flow, and I think that's the thing I enjoy about running the most. Is it's very freeing. It's I know it's gonna sound woo, but it's like meditation in motion, and it feels super good. So we're making progress. I'm stoked about that because that's a minute faster than my last recovery run. So 20-minute recovery run is done. Now, Caroline and Mr. Biddle here.
Tell him you're having egg on a roll this morning. Or maybe I just did.
What'd you get?
I got, oh, this is mine, an egg bagel with egg whites, turkey, and scallion cream cheese.
That is a thick, that's a big ass boy.
That's a big ass boy.
Never had an East Coast bagel. The water is different on the East Coast. Literally, the pizza is the best in the world. New York pizza is the best in the world. So we're in what, New Jersey?
Yep.
We're in New Jersey, so I'm about to have a bagel, okay? I got egg whites, turkey, cream cheese, scallions, jalapeno cheddar bagel. Here's the first bite.
That thing is thick.
That's a lot of cheese.
I'm just letting her, like,
That's a lot of cheese.
child for sure.
kind of pushed the cheese over here and the bagel over here.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more bagel now. That's good. That's good. Oh man, I don't know how to explain that, but it's just good.
I know. We sometimes just feel like we're from the
Back from bagels. We actually went and trained, did upper body, only did like 2 sets of everything, and then got to take Caroline's sister Catherine and her aunt through a workout, so that was really fun. And oh, as you can see, the title of this video is Tips for a Beginner Runner from a Beginner Runner. When I tell you, and I've only been running for the last 4 weeks. I've only been running for the last 4 weeks, so take everything I say with an absolute grain of salt. But I want to give you guys a little bit of my experience thus far, what I've kind of run into. When I went on my first run, here was the first mistake I made. I went out, I bought a pair of Nike Zoom flies, Vapor flies, so a race shoe. Because I was like, oh, like shouldn't I get like a race shoe? Shouldn't I get a shoe that kind of helps me run? I went out and I was so excited. I just started running super fast. Right away. I'm kind of cold. Let's get in the hot tub. So I went out and I started running super fast. And when I told you, I was so discouraged because I felt so out of shape. Yes, sure, I wasn't used to running. And yes, sure, I wasn't doing as much cardio as I likely should have been doing in the peak of my bulk or off season. But I was like, man, do I really have to stop and catch my breath as many times as I did? I got back and I literally couldn't move. My hamstrings, my quads, my calves were locked up. Every time I moved, I cramped. And I was like, this ain't it. And I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And that feeling actually sparked me to kind of want to, you know, get my cardiovascular health back up, get my body more endured. And it really was a big motivating factor for me to, you know, be into this as I am right now. To be honest with you, right now, it's exciting me more than training because my whole life has been, I'm the skinny kid. You know, I'm the skinny kid. Like, I always looked at bigger people around me and I was like, I want that. 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 And I went from being a very endured athlete and very athletic to, I just want to get as big as I possibly can. And I honestly was afraid of cardio because I used to be good at cardio. I wrote it off. My friends and my roommates actually in college went and ran 5Ks every year. I was like, no, I can't do it because I want to get big. So I really was living with this belief that I could not do cardio and have muscle. I have been downsizing a little bit. I've lost about 12 pounds in total. And for me to feel okay with downsizing and losing a little bit of size right now is big for me because when I tell you I've written off cardio and hated it for so long, and I've always lived with this belief that I can't do a lot of cardio and have muscle tissue with my body type, with my background, I'm proving that wrong. I'm going to prove that wrong. I'm going to become a hybrid athlete. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. But back to the story here, I ran too fast to start. I ran too fast to start because I was too excited. And the biggest tip that I have for you guys is start running slower than you think you need to be running. That's tip number 1. What are we doing now?
We need to get poke.
We want to get poke. We got hungry. We're on our bikes here. We're gonna go ahead and ride our bikes down the shoreline, grab some poke. Let's go. She got tacos. I got a bowl and a Dos Equis. How was it?
Phenomenal.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best taco I've ever had.
6.5.
I wanted to give you guys tip number 2 for a beginner runner from a beginner runner. Go balls to the wall. Shout out to Erica. She's a good friend. She's a client. She just got into running and just decided to start running like 5Ks right away. It's like, my ankles are swollen for like a week. And I'm like, yeah, you probably went too fast too soon. And you probably went too long too soon. So Raymond, the online coach, you guys know him. You guys have seen him in a video. He really recommended me to use the Nike Run Club app. And this app is super cool.
Let me see if you guys can see it. This app is super cool because you can go through different plans. Right now, I'm on my 6 weeks out 5K plan. Let's see if I can see other plans. It won't let me see other plans right now, but you can go through different plans. You can probably choose a beginner runner one. You can do this one that I'm doing, which is the 5K one, which in my opinion likely is closer to a beginner run plan because a 5K is an entry-level race. It gives you a weekly layout, so obviously I have a little bit of a progression from a recovery, easy pace, to a speed run, which is interval runs, another recovery, another interval run, and then my end of the week longer run, which has conditioned me to longer and longer runs by the week. As you can see, if you go to my activity, you can see all the runs that I've been doing and how I've been able to progress here. And the cool thing is that you can actually track your shoes, which is cool. So you can track the shoes that you wore, because shoes only go about 200 to 300 miles before you gotta change them out. They're like tires. So Nike Run Club app is an awesome, the Run Club app itself is actually designed, programmed, everything by a team of sports scientists. That's good stuff. Really recommend running with a program and not just going out there solo dolo, especially if you're somebody that likes structure, especially if you're someone that likes training structure. I hope you guys are good with the GoPro vlog. Camera died in the Canon, didn't bring a charger, so we're GoPro vlogging. She has the point of view perspective of when I went on my first run, all excited, all jacked up, and I ran too fast. So going back to tip 1, what happened when I came home?
He just like rolled in the front door. He just hobbled in, sat down, and then looked at me just like a sad puppy. And I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, okay. I knew that was gonna happen. And he looked at me, he's like, what do I do? I'm like, you should probably just sit there. You should probably just admit what you've done. Let's have some water. We got some electrolytes, we got some carbs, and he was fine.
My calf was cramping every 2 seconds.
Okay.
Remember that?
I also, and I mean this in just the most love for you, you have a lot of problems when things like that happen.
What do you mean?
Like, he went through like 4 pairs of shoes, trying to find the perfect running shoe instead of just fucking running. And then
this is important. It's important.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
going to be my next tip.
Okay, it will be important. But
from beginner runner to another beginner runner, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just here to help, all right? From my perspective. It's the next morning. We have coffee. We bike to breakfast. It's a Monday, so we're knocking out check-ins from work. And it's 8:45 here, which means it's 5:45 West Coast time. Which means that we can basically do a full day, an 8-hour day, and be done by like, not an 8-hour day. But we can get a lot done by like 2 o'clock max, and be like done for the day.
yeah.
East Coast time is the best. Anyways, tip number 3 for a beginner runner. From the beginner runner. She's gonna make fun of me for this one, but I swear it's important. I promise you, it's important. You gotta find a pair of shoes that you like. All right, Hoka's overrated, glorified walking shoe. Why? It bogs you down. Okay. Tip 3, it's gonna be 2 in 1. You gotta learn how to forefoot strike. If you are heel striking, then toe striking, heel striking, then toe striking, much like you are walking, when you press with your heels, it actually breaks you and actually slows you down.
Oh, yeah, right by the toys too. That's great.
So, in order to stay fast, in order to continue striding forward, you have to forefoot strike first. Hoka's don't really provide any support in doing that. And it's not that you need a shoe to do that. But I was at the outlet and I bought a pair of Vaporflies, and I thought that like this was like everything. I was like, oh, these are the best running shoes ever. And I'm like, oh, these are only really for race days and like half marathons and marathons. And so I'm like, oh, I can't daily drive those. And so Raymond, like, coach told me to daily drive the Hoka's, and I'm like, these are bogging me down. I feel super slow. I don't know why it is. They're super comfy. They're cushiony. But because they're so cushiony, I was bottoming out. bottoming out in my strides. And so he recommended me that I get a pair of Nike Street Flies, which I will show right here. These have been incredible. I think there's a plate kind of in the midfoot area that allows me the forefoot strike. They're super lightweight. They're not super cushiony because you don't need a hell of a lot of cushion, to be honest with you. Because most of that cushion is going to be in the heel. And again, you want to be forefoot striking on in your forefeet. So these shoes have made all the difference. It literally made all the difference. The Vaporflies are way too much to be daily driving them in, so they actually kind of hurt my feet. When I'm in the Hokas, again, they slow me down. When I'm in the Street Flies, I've had my best runs yet. They have literally made running so enjoyable. And so find a pair of shoes that you like. Don't be afraid to do your research, and don't be afraid to spend a little money, a little cheese, a little bread on a good pair of shoes, because it makes running that much more fun. I promise you, take it from a beginner.